Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing some lucid dream work. I hope that you're all doing as well as possible. So take this time, if you will, to arrive here in this present moment. Take a deep collective breath, maybe a collective sigh. Unwind, release where it's possible to release, and let's begin. I'm going to start with my 2 selenite wands, and I'm just going to comb through your energy body with these 2 beautiful, powerful stones. I'm going to start at the crown, and then we're going to work our way down. You might begin to hear some rain tip-tapping on the window. You might hear some wind howling. Maybe a little bit of thunder. Don't know. So hopefully this just helps envelop you in this beautiful, relaxing energy. Selenite is great for clearing. It's great for cleansing and purifying energy. So it's a really nice stone. From my perspective, I like using it at the beginning of Reiki sessions to help start us off with a clean slate. Clean slate. I'm doing some focus here in the mental plane. Just moving down through your energy body. Okay. I had so many amazing comments from you all on my previous video. I'm so glad that you liked it. It was the real person point of view video. Thank you for all of your amazing comments. That was really awesome. I didn't know if you would like it, and I'm so glad that you did. It was a really fun one too. So a few of you have asked me about distance Reiki sessions, and I do still offer distance Reiki sessions right now. basically, I send you an intake form to fill out and sort of share anything that you're moving through. And then I create a personalized distance Reiki session for you based on what you've shared in your intake form, and also anything I get energetically from doing the scans during the actual distance session. And then I send you the video and you can watch it as often as you like. Forever. For everybody who has reached out for a session, I'm so grateful to you. Obviously, that work that we do together helps me so much to continue to do these video sessions here. And it also helps, in my practice to better understand what everybody's moving through. So I so appreciate every single one of you I've worked with as a client. It's been an absolute joy, and for every single person that I've worked with, I think about you often and send love to each and every one of you as part of my practice, which I've never really spoken about here, so I figured I would. But I'll leave a link down below if you wanted to check out the services. And another thing that I wanted to mention before we really get into it is that I've said this in a few other videos, but we're almost at 40,000 subscribers here, which is bananas. And so I wanted to do something special for 40K. And it's not so fancy. So I think I was thinking of doing a live stream. Maybe we would do some clearing, or I was thinking if it falls on the full moon. I'm hoping if it falls on the full moon, which is only 2 weeks away, and I think I'm 1,000 away or something, so that might not be very likely. But if it falls on the full moon, I was thinking of doing a live kind of full moon ritual with you and chatting with you in the comments if I figure out how to do that. Or in the live stream. I don't know, I've never done one before, so it'll be an experiment. But if you're interested in that and you're not subscribed, feel free to do that, and we'll get a little bit closer to doing that. And yeah, maybe a little full moon ritual together, doing some clearing. And I think that could be really fun. I love doing that kind of work. It'd be nice to do it with someone else. Cool. Alright, beautiful. So I'm actually going to light our candle now and set our intention. And then I'm going to probably do a little bit of sage. Great. How are you all feeling today? I hope you're doing well. It's a good time now to sort of start the process of figuring out what in this moment do you want to work on for this lucid dream work that we're going to be doing today. This is going to be about what you're moving through right now. So maybe start to consider, is there anything floating around in your conscious or subconscious mind that you're perhaps wanting to sift through, comb through, clarify, to bring that to the surface of our consciousness. Start to sort of sift through it. Look at it. And then we can leave it up to our sort of unconscious minds to play with once we've set our intention. Okay. So as with all of these sessions, my primary focus here on the channel is to make sure that you feel supported and that you feel comforted and hopefully relaxed. Ultimately, my goal is to spread seeds of compassion and maybe you can collect them and nurture them, and then eventually spread seeds of your own. Relaxation, I think, is probably my primary and consistent intention for these YouTube sessions. Because I think when we come to any situation from a place of relaxation and calm, things have a way of seeming a bit more clear. At least I think so. So grab my lighter out of my back pocket. Here we go. So, on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned selves, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for intentional, lucid dreaming, for allowing our conscious mind to give over any work that we haven't been able to untangle consciously, and to relinquish that and give it up to the divine, to the collective, to our unconscious mind, so that in a state of dream, we can hopefully see more clearly. Now, if you'd like to clarify or specify that intention, I will leave this open for you now. I'm going to place this here to smolder away throughout our session. And I'm going to light a little bit of sage. Just moving the smoke through, clearing anything that we don't want to carry with us into this session. Lucid dreaming and this kind of dream work is a beautiful dance between the conscious and the subconscious mind. There's a beautiful ballet taking place. It's really coming down out there. And we really want to try to encourage, develop, and facilitate that balance so that we have a beautiful sense of alignment within this lucid dream work. Okay, lovely. It's feeling super clear today, even as I did the scan, and the selenite wands just feels very fluid, the energy here. So hopefully you feel that too. It's a great thing to feel. It's ideal, right? Okay. So we have our little incense box here, and I'm going to be lighting some lavender incense for this. I'm finally able to do some ear-to-ear work here, which is really fun. I hope that you like it. The moon and the stars, moons and stars on this box hopefully can help to remind us of the importance of rest and relaxation. If you want to find yourself in maybe more of a prostrate position now, leave this open so I can place it in here. You can do this kind of lucid dreaming, whatever comfortable position you're able to find. Obviously, you want to do this when you are safe to do it, not in a bath, not when you're responsible for others, or you don't want to do this with a candle going, or incense or sage or anything like that. One of you is poking fun at me for mentioning that to be careful with sage or incense, but I actually had a friend who didn't know much about how to use Palo Santo specifically, and she just kind of left it going and almost got in a bad situation because of it. She thought it was kind of like incense, so she would just left it, I guess, and that was it. So, I trust all of you, and I know that you know how to use and be responsible with things, but just in case you're really new to it and you aren't sure about some of these, ritual candles or ritual things. I don't know, I just want to mention it. I want you all to be okay. Okay, so here's our lavender incense. It's a really nice one. Got this at a local place. They were having a sale on it. It's called, starts with an I think. I'll put it across the screen here if you're watching it on a computer. And I'll try to remember to include it in the description box. Anyway, sometimes they have nice sales on their incense, and that's really good quality. I keep wanting to say infusion, but that's not it. I'll leave it blank. Okay, so I'm going to draw the symbols outside of your heart center, about a foot away from your body. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Seiki, seiki, seiki. I use different symbol sandwiches for each session, depending on what we're working on. But I always use the distance symbol when we're doing these sessions. That's the one that takes me the longest. Okay. Gorgeous. I'm going to put this here and let the smoke carry us through this session. A little lavender spray here. Filled this old bottle with some lavender essential oils and some purified water. I charged it in the new moon. I really want you to start to feel the weight of your body. Feel yourself being supported. Try to bring some consciousness to the eye area. If you're able, maybe even feel the weight of your eyelids. This is your time. So glad you're taking time for yourself. So give yourself this time because you deserve it. Okay. Spring to your right. Spring to your left. Spring down at your feet. Then above your head. Now at your heart center. Just want to step away so I don't get you too wet. Right in the room or the forest. And myself. So from as comfortable a position as is possible for you, let's begin to ask ourselves a few questions. If earlier something jumped to mind immediately, something that you might want to work on, then let's bring that to the surface of our consciousness. I'm now going to move through your aura with this friendly little pineapple quartz and this amethyst. So we have two little points that are going to move through your aura here. Primarily focusing on the mental plane. Going to be moving through here, through the third eye and the crown. So, whatever comes to mind first, let's hold that. And let's begin to look at what that is. Perhaps it's something that's been playing through your mind recently. Maybe it's been something that's been dancing around the heart space, feeling a little stuck maybe in the sacral, in your emotional center. Now, at this point, if you wanted to, ask your highest, wisest self any questions. I like to formulate these questions in the form of guidance. So, should I do this or should I do that? I might not have as much clarity or resonance, but rather, is there any guidance? Asking your highest self, your wisest self, your unconscious mind, have you any guidance for me with regards to whatever query or issue or situation you might be moving through? Now, as you ask yourself this, be open to whatever comes into the mental plane. For some people, it could be imagery, and try your best not to judge it. If you saw a giraffe sticker, specific example, but then try not to judge that. Try to just hold it and continue to ask and to search. Some people receive messages in the form of sounds or feelings. Oh, I just felt a light tingle running up my arm. And sometimes, especially if we're new to this work, we start to say, was that real? Did I imagine it? How do I distinguish between what I'm placing there and what's coming to me? And ultimately, if it arises, it's meant to be there. There's a real, like I said, balance between the conscious and the subconscious minds. So practice can definitely help. But just trust that if it arrives, it's meant to be there. This could be a super esoteric session for a lot of us. So if you're just here for the ASMR, that's totally cool too. But if you are working through this here and engaging in this practice. This is a piece of labradorite. I love using this for dream work, whether that's dream recall, whether that's doing any dream work, working through things, setting intentions before I fall asleep at night, or if there's, work in the contemplative, meditative states, or lucid dreaming. I also love using labradorite for manifesting and dreaming about the future. So I think this is a great stone for this kind of work. And then I have this blue lace agate, and I love using this stone for gentle communication, for a soft, lighter sense of expression, and for this specifically, receiving this benevolent communication from your higher self. Just wanted to invite in these two stones. Again, running these through your aura here, specifically the mental plane. Some people will receive messages in the form of a familiar scent. Just take note, no judgment. Try your best to stay in the present moment and let whatever comes come. We're kind of opening this door to all the benevolence in the world, only calling in that which is on behalf of your wisest, most empowered and aligned self. But we're sort of opening the door, cracking open the window, and just starting this work so that when we maybe go to sleep tonight, it can continue to communicate. I would suggest maybe keeping a dream journal just to see if there are any patterns or any imagery that you might want to investigate. So it's sort of like we're just inviting in a sense of play here. I'm going to place these just outside of your ears. There. Lovely. So now I'm going to move through with two other stones. And this is a piece of howlite. Anyone who's been on my channel before knows that I love using howlite for dream work. just relaxation or de-stressing. And this is a piece of angelite. I wanted to bring this in for communicating with our angel guides. This isn't necessarily archangel work, but if you're familiar with that and you would like to invite in that practice at this time, feel free. Make sure to set a very clear intention. So here with this Angel A, we are calling in benevolent angels on behalf of your highest, wisest self in loving comfort and perfect balance, to bring us any messages, any guidance that might help us sift through this challenge or question or situation. The candle is really talking, and now the smoke is really going. Maybe we have some angels with us here. Okay. Reiki is energy work. I believe that our angels or spirits are residual energy, imprinted energy. So that energy is recycled, can move through. So we are just opening ourselves up to receive benevolent messages. And when we are done and close this session, we will close the door, close the window. Everything done with intention. Going to place this angel light behind your neck. Lovely. And this howlite I'm going to place on your third eye. Beautiful. So now, if there is a word that comes to mind, the first word that arrives in your consciousness, hold that word. Maybe speak it in your mind or aloud. Perhaps it's a phrase. Perhaps it's a song. Maybe it's a name or a place. maybe after this session, write it down. I'm going to grab a larger stone and I'll be right back. So I have two different stones here. They're both clusters. This is my celestite cluster, and this is my amethyst cluster. So I'm going to move these through your aura. These are so gemmy, sparkly, and dreamy. And celestite is great for this kind of dream work, for sleep, for peaceful dreams. It's also great for communion with spirits, calling in our spirit guides. So I wanted to make this available for you here. Again, any work like this, we just want to set a very clear, positive intention. And amethyst. I love using amethyst for any magical kind of work. Amethyst is great for spiritual work. I think it has a beautiful, positive resonance, very high vibrational. Now I'm going to take my clear quartz pendulum and I'm going to just leave it open for you. If anything comes up, any questions that arise, I will leave it open for the collective to see if there are any messages to send. And then I will use the swinging power of the pendulum to help you fall asleep or maybe drift into a beautiful state of lucid dreaming. So here's the pendulum. There we go. And now, on behalf of your highest, wisest self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to make this available to you to answer any yes or no questions. Oop, it's coming out of focus. There we go. If the pendulum swings this way, that's a yes. If it swings this way, that's a no. So I leave it open for you now. So that's a pretty strong yes. Let's leave it open one more time. It's a little fluff. Thank you. Okay, let's leave it open one more time here. Same intention as before. Okay, now we have a very clear no. Now going to allow the pendulum to move as it will to help you find a sense of peace, maybe dreams. Okay. Going to take our selenite wands and move through. Try to notice if you're available to it, or if it's available to you, rather. Try to notice if there's any difference in your energy now. If you feel any shifts, how you felt at the beginning of the session compared to now. Lovely. So now, if if your intention is to continue this dream work and allow this continuation and flow of messages or guidance. Maybe you're about to fall asleep and so you'd like to open this up and leave it. Then I would say that you can either leave the video here or just set the intention to have this window or door close when you are finished doing this work. So I intend to use the energy of the closing of this door later. So now we'll take our other selenite wand for everybody else and we will say, I now close the door to these messages. Close the window. I've received the information that I need and I'm grateful for it. Thank you. Or you can always just close this. Close that open channel of communication whenever you'd like. I was sought to make sure to close this channel just because when we're moving through our day, sometimes it's not only not convenient, but not very empowering to receive messages randomly. So we want to be able to have agency over when we're engaging in this way. But it's different for everybody, so whatever feels best for you. I just want to make sure to include this. We close the door. Gonna spray to seal our practice. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative and you are emotionally available. You are safe. You are safe. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. I hope this was helpful in some way. And just know that I'm sending you so much love and support, and that I'm so grateful for all of your support. Thank you from the very, very bottom of my heart. I Until next time, be well. You're just making sure that your little friend is receiving the kind of care and attention that they need. And so, you can already start to kind of do some hands-on healing. So, make sure that you set an intention on behalf of Georgie's highest, wisest, most empowered, balanced, and aligned self. Reiki with Anna.